Which you can bid this afternoon. The first is the easiest way, and that's to type your bid into the chat. The second, if you're feeling like turning on your camera and getting face to face, then you've got an opportunity to bid through the live bidding by simply turning on your microphone and your camera and yelling out your bid here this afternoon. We're happy, whatever makes you comfortable to bid and get involved in today's auction, then we are more than happy to assist you with your bidding in those ways here today, buyers. Very soon, you'll start to see the bids coming up on the screen. You can see the beautiful photos of the home rolling through at the moment. Danny Zhang is looking after our technology this afternoon, and once the auction gets underway, the bids will start coming up there. The numbers will start appearing in white, and when we get to a point where we're on the market, we'll turn those numbers green, and that will give you an indication that we sell away from that point on to the highest bidder here this afternoon. A little bit of housekeeping with our bidding. If you are intending to bid via the chat function today, then if you can make sure that you type in the whole number or an abbreviation plus the K. So, for example, 900,000, you could enter is 900K, for example, or enter in 900,000 in the full number. Either of those is fine, ladies and gentlemen, just so that it makes it nice and clear for us. If we do have any questions, of course, about what you bid, we'll simply ask you just to clarify those instructions in the chat there. Once we get on the market, I'd ask for one further thing, and that is if you finish bidding for today, I know that else everyone would love to buy the property. There comes a point in time where you've reached your limit for a particular home. If you can just type out into the chat, that gives us all some clarity as to whether you're still in the auction or whether you've indeed finished bidding here today. For those that are intending to keep bidding, whilst we're on the market, I'll ask you just once to enter in your paddle number, the registration number that you nominated when filling out the registration today. And that allows us just to make the smooth transition post-auction, if you are the successful bidder, to allow the contracts of sale to be completed. And either Danny or Elvis will be on the phone with you immediately after the auction to complete the contract of sale process. The deposit, we require an agreement around 10% of today's purchase price, and that can be paid today with $20,000. The balance of the 10% can be paid tomorrow on Monday. You can either go and deposit a bank check into a Westpac branch, or you can transfer the balance of the 10%. The bank will be able to do that transfer if your limit does not allow you to come up with the full 10% deposit. The settlement terms, the vendors, they've got some flexibility. They can do it as soon as 60 days from today's date, or as long as the 29th of November this year. So 29th of November 2021, that is the longest date that we can offer for settlement, which is about 85 or 86 days from today's date, or as short as 60 days. If you buy and you're on a time schedule and you need to get in, then the vendors can accommodate that for you as well. If you've registered to bid today, the auction rules have been made available to you. They state that the auction shall be conducted today in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for your inspection before the start of today's auction. Those auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after it has been knocked down to the successful bidder. Those auction rules prohibit false bids and prohibit major disruptions by bidders and prohibit bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provide fines for this conduct. Our vendors have reserved price. As the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders on request, and the law permits vendor bids. The words I use to indicate I'm making bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Ladies and gentlemen, those rules are very clear. As I've said, if we do get to a point where we are on the market today, you may even hear Marc unmute his microphone and yell out selling or on the market, and that'll give us the indication that we've reached an acceptable price here today. From that point on, the highest bidder shall be the purchaser, and as I said, those numbers will start to turn green, and that is your indication that we are selling, playing for keeps, and the last bidder will be the purchaser here today. The only final thing, and a bit of housekeeping as well with the bidding, if I'm asking for a particular bidding amount, potentially $20,000 in the initial stage of the auction, and you nominate a figure less than that, I'll simply advise you that we're not taking that particular bidding increment at that time, and we'll ask you to match the current bid. And when we can take that smaller bid, I'll be more than happy to let you know here this afternoon. Towards the end, it can get a little bit drawn out, so that's why I ask you a courtesy. If you are out, if you placed your final bid, simply just type in out into the chat so that we know not to look to you for any further bidding. We can concentrate on the remaining bidders from that point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is an exciting opportunity, a wonderful home, a wonderfully presented property of the market. You can see the photos rolling through. Particularly exciting pocket of real estate. Albany Drive, of course, we're down the Wander Street end of Albany Drive here, close by to the childcare facility, close by to Albany Rise Primary, the shops on Wander Street, public transport there as well on your doorstep, buyers, making this a very attractive pocket of real estate indeed. The home itself, rectangular allotment, and I think for those that are looking at the future plan of the land, the current family home is spectacular, but for those that are always looking for that option into the future, I'm sure you'd appreciate that 20-metre frontage is rarely found, often sought, as they say, but rarely found. And you can see the pictures rolling through there. A 20-metre frontage, some 654 square metres of land. Talk to the council, of course. Every option proposed is always subject to the council's approval. But when you've got that lovely wide frontage, whether you talk to them about a development or whether you look at a new home here, that wide frontage definitely comes in handy. Buyers, the home itself, as I said, spectacular family home, 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, 2 very, very separate living spaces. The family room having that wonderful access out to the covered pergola. By the time that sort of 60 days or end of November rolls around, very much getting into entertaining time of the year with spring heading into summer. And I'm sure having friends and family to our home when we're once again permitted to do that, you'll come to appreciate that covered pergola and outdoor space there, buyers. It's an exciting property. I know that you've given up your time on Father's Day and on Sunday to join us here today. To all of you here with the intention to bid, all the best of luck with your bidding competition this afternoon, buyers. That time has come. The time to make the decision. The time to get that first bid in is here and now, ladies and gentlemen, at 15 Albany Drive, here in Mulgrave. Where do we see that opening bid or offer to get us underway here, buyers? In the chat or yell out your bid. Where do we see the opening bid or offer to start? Don't mind where we kick things off, ladies and gentlemen. In your hands, opening bid or offer to get us underway here today. Sebastian, welcome to you at $900,000. Good opening bid or offer to start. Maybe there was some subliminal messaging in my example earlier, but either way, we've got the start there at 9. You see it coming up on the screen. We've got people entering, 47 people logged in, watching, bidding online today. At $900,000, buyers. Let's go together in a $20,000 rise from there. Hit 900,000 to call, make it 20 on top. What do we say? Hit 9's the call. What about 20 in the rise from here, bidders and buyers? Here's your chance. At 900 the call. Make it 20,000 in the rise anywhere now. 900,000, good confident start from Sebastian there at 9 the call. Can we say 20,000 anywhere? Make it 920 on top, or even better bid if you like. At $900,000 the call now, bidders and buyers. Is that our best? Surely not. At $900,000, yell it out or type it into the chat, buyers. At $900,000, opportunities there for you now for a $20,000 rise. At 9's the call. Where's the competition, buyers now? At $900,000, make it 20 on top. At 9's the call. Can we say 20 in the rise anywhere here and now? At $900,000, is that our best? Surely not all done. At $900,000, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call it away once then at 900,000. Quick option at this rate. At 9's the call, second time. at $900,000, bidders and buyers. 900 is the opening bid there with Sebastian at $900,000. Here is your opportunity to get your next bid in here today, buyers, at $900,000. The highest bid within striking distance of a purchase today. You need to get your bid in to give yourself a chance. At $900,000 now to call. At 9's the bid, looking for 20,000 the rise. I said you can either unmute your microphone and yell out your bid, or type the offer into the chat function as Sebastian's done there, buyers. At 900,000, but we need your bidding and competition now. And James, and welcome in there at 20. Sebastian, can we say 40 now? At 920, can we say 40 on top? Good luck, James and Sebastian, with your bidding today. At 920 and 40 straight back, can we say 60 now? At 940 is the call, can we say 60 now on top? At $920,000, can we say 60 now on top of 40? At 940, back with the opening bidder there. At 940 is the call, can we say 60 now? At 60, Tariq, welcome to you, a new bidding and competition, 3 in the race now. At 963 in the race, and Sebastian and James just under now. At 960 the call, and 80. At 980 is the bid, what about 1 million even money? At 980 is the call, what about 1 on top? At $980,000 the call now, what about 1 million here? At 980 is the bid, what about 1 million on top? At 980, is that our best, or are we all done? At $980,000 once. Second call. At $980,000, looking for a $20,000 rise. At 90, Fred, I'll take your bid there at 990 and 1 million even money. Tariq back in front. At 1's the call, back in front now at $1 million the call.
And we're on the market selling?
On the market, thank you, Mark, at $1 million there. Numbers turn green like clockwork. Danny there at $1,010,000. At $1,010,000, if you could just nominate your paddle or registration number from this point on. At $1,010,000, the call is there. At $1,010,000, thanks, Mark. At $1,010,000, paddle 12. Sebastian, thank you, and away we go. At $1,010,000, can we say 20 now? Underneath Tariq and Fred now. At $1,010,000, Sebastian's got the upper hand at $1,010,000 at paddle 12. At $1,010,000, paddle 12's got the lead now. At $1,010,000, can we say 20? At $1,010,000, Tariq and Fred, and also James sitting underneath now. At $1,010,000, this is the time of the auction that you need to show the other bidders that you're keen. At $1,010,000, well, call away 3 times now at $1,010,000. Once. 15 now. Paddle 9, thanks, Fred there. Paddle 9, $1,015,000. At $1,015,000, we go together at 20 now, back with paddle 12. At paddle 12 at $1,020,000 now. At 1020 is the call. At 1020, we're bidding away there, call it 25. At 20 is the call, 25, can we say Fred now? At 1,020,000, biddings in the lead there at $1,020,000. Can we say 5? $1,020,000, can we say 25 now? $1,020,000. $1,020,000 is the call. Can we say 25 in the rise? $1,020,000 in the offering there. At $1,020,000, can we say 25 to put you back in the lead? $1,020,000. Bidding is there at $1,020,000. Can we say 25? $1,020,000, giving you plenty of opportunity. The auction's gone quite quickly to this point. Give each and every one of you plenty of chance to get your offer in today. At $1,020,000, bidders and buyers, your chance is here and now. At $1,020,000, call 25 on top.
25.
25. Michael, welcome to you there at $1,025,000. At $1,025,000, if you could just yell out your paddle number as well for us there. At $1,025,000, Michael live bidding there. $1,030,000. $1,030,000, Sebastian's back in the lead. Michael, I'd tempt you back in again now if you like. $1,030,000, paddle 12 in the lead at $1,030,000. Live bid at 35 if you like now, Michael. Paddle 19. $1,030,000 the call. Sebastian's currently got the lead. Paddle 12.
35.
35. Welcome back in, Michael, at 35. Sebastian, how do we respond now? $1,040,000. Paddle 12 back on top at $1,040,000. Do we go $1,045,000 or maybe $1,050,000? $1,040,000. Sebastian holds that highest bid. Just waiting on your instructions, Michael. $1,040,000 now. $1,040,000 is the offer. Do we roll the dice one more time at $1,045,000? Maybe that knockout bid at $1,050,000. $1,045,000 we've got. $1,045,000. Sebastian's there. Fred, haven't heard from you for a few minutes. Can you confirm whether you're in or whether you're out at $1,040,000? And to some of the other bidders, to Tariq and also James from earlier, if you can let us know, please, if you are in or out at $1,040,000. James, thank you.
45.
45, Michael, back on top at $1,045,000. Paddle 19. $1,045,000, paddle 19's in the lead. $1,050,000, Sebastian straight back there now at $1,050,000, paddle 12. $1,050,000 the rise. $1,055,000 on top, Michael. What do you say? $1,050,000. $1,050,000 is the offer. Paddle 12. Sebastian was our opening bidder. It's now in the lead. Keys in the hand at the moment at $1,050,000 the call. At $1,050,000, Michael, if you could just confirm whether you're in or out. And the same, the other bidders that have contributed so far at $1,050,000. Fred, could we tempt you in for another bid?
2,000 more.
2,000 more. 1,052,000. Paddle 19, 1,052,000. Thanks, Mark. 54 there, Sebastian on top again at 1,054,000.
160.
60, good bid at 1,060,000. Paddle 19. 1,060,000. 1060 is the number to beat now. Paddle 19. 62. 62, Sebastian. Over to you, Michael. $1,062,000 is now the lead. Paddle 12. $1,062,000. Do we potentially make it $1,070,000? 62 we've got. Give each and every one of you plenty of opportunity to get your offer in today. Just ask for the courtesy you type in that you're out, or shout out once you've finished bidding for the day at $1,062,000. Paddle 12 in the lead. Michael, waiting on your instructions.
65.
65 now. 1065, paddle 19. 1065 the bid. 1065. 67 now. 67 is back in the lead. Paddle 12, Sebastian straight back in with 2 at 1,067,000. 1,067,000. Do we make it 70? 1,067,000. Paddle number 12, 1,067,000. Sebastian is the lead at this point. Do we roll the dice again one more time, Michael? Do we make it $1,070,000 or maybe straight to 1.1? At $1,067,000. 1,067,000. We're getting there brick by brick at the moment. $1,067,000 the call. 1,067,000. Sebastian's got the lead. Michael, if you can just confirm your instructions, maybe Mark can get on the phone and confirm with you, or Elvis, at $1,067,000, just so that we know. At 1,067,000, I can only assume we haven't had any bidding from Fred now for about 7 minutes, and the others even longer than that. I can assume that you're out at this point in time, unless you get your bid in. Otherwise, of course, we have 3 calls before we knock it down at 1,067,000. Michael, it seems like up to you and Sebastian at this stage. At 1 million, oh, Fred's back into 1,070,000 just like that. Maybe you went to make a coffee or a glass of something. At 1,070,000, paddle 9 back on top at 1,070,000 to call Sebastian and Michael. Over to you now. At 1,072,000, paddle 12 back in the lead. At 1,072,000 is the offer. At $1,072,000, paddle 12 at 1,072,000. At 1,072,000, paddle 12. 1,072,000 in the box seat there at 1,072,000. Paddle 12, Fred, do we go back in again? Paddle 9, Michael, haven't forgotten about you there, just waiting to see if you unmute again. At $1,072,000, Sebastian is in the lead. Paddle 12 at $1,072,000 there. Are we all done? Is that our best offer here this afternoon? At 1,072,000, here we go away, 3 calls. At 1,072,000, first time. At 1,075,000 now, paddle 9. Paddle 9 at 1,075,000. 77. Do we go 80, Fred? 1,077's the bid. Do we go 80 now on top? 1,077,000 to call. 1,077,000. Do we make it 80? Round it up, Fred. Paddle 9, away we go. At 1,077,000, you can see the numbers in green if you've just joined us. Green means we're on the market and selling. At 1,077,000, it's currently to paddle 12. Sebastian at 1,077,000. Paddle 9 and paddle 19 have both been active very recently at $1,077,000. Is that our best today? At 1,077,000, first call. 79. 1,079,000, round it up and away we go from there. At 1,079,000, 1,080,000. At 1,080,000, I'm happy to roll in ones, but let's keep them moving together. At $1,080,000, do we say 1 now? At 1,081,000, if you like. At 80 is the call. Do we say 1 or bigger bid? At 1,081,000, maybe it's time to change it up, Fred, and put a bigger number on top, maybe a 5 or a 10, or that straight to that number at 1.1 million now. At $1,080,000, 81's the call. At 81,000, the minimum. Sky's the limit, of course, at 82 now, Sebastian. At 1,082,000, do we say 3? At 1,082,000, do we say 3 now? At $1,082,000, the bid. 1,082,000. Do we see you back in, Fred, for another 1,000? 85, good bid. At 1,085,000. Sebastian, do we see 86 or maybe 90? At 1,085,000 now. At 1,086,000. Michael, I haven't heard anything from you for a little while. Are you in? Are you out? Maybe Elvis or Mark can get some confirmation, as I can't see you. At $1,086,000. The others still actively bidding there in the chat. At 1,086,000 to call, paddle 12. It's back with you, Fred. What's the next move from there? At 1,086,000.
90.
90. Welcome back, Michael. 1,090,000 on top, paddle 19 at 1,090,000. At 1,090,000, paddle 19's in the lead and away we go. 92, Sebastian now. At 92, Michael, do we go round it up straight to 1.1? At 1,092,000's the call. 1,092,000. $1,092,000. Biddings there at 92, Fred. I haven't forgotten about you. Your chances, well, of course, at 1,092,000. $1,092,000. So I said 60-day settlement all the way through to the 29th of November 2021. Some flexibility there for you buyers. 10% down today at $1,092,000. What do we say from there? At $1,092,000 the call. Sebastian, you're in the lead. Michael, Fred, I ask for your response now. At $1,092,000. Is that our best offer here this afternoon? Have we reached the summit on Albany Drive today at $1,092,000? Call it away 3 times now and 3 times only at 95, Fred. At 95, beat the bell there at $1,095,000 and away we go from there. At $1,095,000 and 96, we go together in 1,000. At $1,096,000, Fred, do we make 97? At $1,096,000, do we call 7 now? At $1,096,000. $1,096,000. $1,096,000 is the bid. Jamie, welcome to you at 1.1 million. Good place to start. First bid there, paddle 28 at $1,100,000 there. At $1,001,000 to the 3 underbidders now. There's your new competition at $1,100,000. At $1,001,000 and 1. At $1,101,000, Jamie, where do we go from there? At $1,101,000, Sebastian's back on top. 05, 105. Paddle 28, 105. $1,105,000. 106. 110. 110. Got the next number ready, I'd say. 1,110,000. Sebastian, do we say 11? And Fred, haven't forgotten about you at all. And Michael, please yell out the next bid. 1,112,000 is the number to beat now. At 1,115,000. At 1,115,000, Jamie's in the lead there. At 1,115,000, paddle 28, our latest bidder to join the action, is in the lead at 1,115,000. 17 now. 20. 1,120,000. 1,120,000. 1,120,000 is the number to beat. 22 now. 1,122,000. 25. 1,125,000. 1,125,000. Freddie, you still with us there at 1,125,000? If not, if you can just type in out into the chat at 27. Sebastian's in the lead at 1,130,000. Jamie says not for long at 1,130,000. Back now, paddle 28 at $1,130,000. 32 minutes into the auction now. Nearly 50 people online keeping an eye on things at 1,132,000. At 1,132,35. At 1,135,000 is the bid. 1,135,000. 137. 140. Is it 142 the next offer? Or do we go straight to 150? Maybe mix up the momentum. 142. 142 is the bid. 1,142,000. 1,142,000. Is that our best today? At 1,142,000, Michael, are you still with us or are you finished bidding for today? At 1,142,000, just let us know if you can. At $1,142,000, if I don't hear further bidding, we knock down and we sell to the highest bidder from this point. At $1,142,000, I can't afford to give you any more than 3 calls as fair warning here today. At $1,142,000, Jamie, is there further interest from you now? At $1,142,000, what? Second call at $1,142,000. We've heard it now, third and final time, $1,145,000. At $1,145,000, the bid. At $1,145,000, Sebastian, what do we say from there? 46 in 1. At 46, the call, maybe 50 is the number today, Jamie. At $1,148,000, we'll go in 2. At $1,148,000, do we go another 1 or 2 on top? At $1,148,000 is the bid. 150 now. 1,150,000. 1,150,000. Sebastian's there in the lead again. Started us off with a $900,000 bid. Still there at the end at $1,150,000. Jamie, do we see any further bids from you there? Paddle 28, paddle 12's in the lead. Michael, paddle 19. Are we all done there? At $1,150,000. Haven't heard from you for a little while, so I can only take that silence. There's no further interest today. At $1,150,000. Are we all done? And finished here today at $1,150,000. Once in the call at $1,150,000. Second call at $1,150,000. Jamie, are we all done? And finished here today at $1,152,000 now. $1,152,000, Sebastian. Do we have some further fuel left in the tank today? At $1,153,000 and 1,000 we go together there. At $1,153,000 is at 55 now it is. At $1,155,000 the bid. At $1,155,000 maybe the round up to 60 is what we need. At $1,155,000. 56. 56 the bid. 58. $1,158,000. $1,158,000. $1,158,000 the call. $1,158,000. 60 now, Sebastian. $1,160,000. $1,160,000 the call there. $1,160,000 is the number to beat. $1,160,000. Jamie, do we see you back in again? At $1,160,000. If not, if you can just type in out that we know that you've finished bidding today. At $1,160,000 buyers. Is that our best number today? At $1,160,000. It's been fantastic competition between 6 bidders here this afternoon. Give you great confidence. You are thinking about selling your home. Marc Lum and the team at Ray White are here to assist you in all market conditions. At $1,160,000. We'll call away 3 times and it's all done. At $1,160,000. First call. Second call now. At $1,160,000. Third and final call, all done and finished here this afternoon. Jamie, are we in? Are we out now at $1,160,000? All done in the bidding there at $1,160,000. First call, second time, third and final opportunity. We can't accept a late bidder offer. Once the property's been knocked down, it is sold. It is going at $1,160,000. It is going. It is sold, and congratulations, Sebastian. Well purchased here today. To the other bidders, commiserations. I'm sorry that you missed out on the opportunity. We have, of course, a selection of properties that Marc and the team can introduce you to via virtual inspection over the coming week or two. For those who've chimed in and you've watched the auction here today, I hope you've enjoyed proceedings here this afternoon. Again, Marc Lum and his team at Ray White, Glen, Waverley, the turn-to solution for all of your sales and buying needs throughout the city of Monash. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the balance of your Father's Day. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.